You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could. Yeah, times are changing everywhere. Do we dream and do we dare? It's up to you, the door is open wide. Feel the rhythm of today, learn the part and join the play. The world is here, let's take it for a ride. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could. Larger, larger than, bigger, bigger than, living hopes and dreams. Every boy and girl, higher, higher than, brighter, brighter than, all you wanted. And you know, you could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted. Larger, larger, bigger, living hopes and dreams. Every boy, you could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted. You know you could. We can see the world through open eyes and savor all the time before it flies. And every time you wake up, there's a new day that's calling out your name. Come join the game. Well, that's life. Take what comes along the way. That's love. Let it grow stronger every day. There's joy as the days go passing by. There's joy as the days go for you and I. Take our dreams and fly. Together we can try. There's joy. Well, some things in this world were meant to be, like living life in peace and harmony. So follow where the road will lead you. Hand in hand we'll make our dreams come true. Enjoy the view. Oh, that's life. Take what comes along the way. That's love. Let it grow stronger every day. There's joy as the days go passing by. There's hope, a better life for you and I. Take our dreams and fly. Together we can try. That's life. Dreams and fly. Together we can try. There's hope.
our class, we are learning about modern media. We discuss about a lot of things deeply, and every Friday we present about what we learned. If you join us, you can improve your speaking English skill and you will be able to think about a lot of things deeply. Let's become a PMM student. We are waiting for you.
Hey guys, I'm Atakan. I'm studying at SSLC's Vancouver branch. I came to Canada February of this year. After my 2-week self-isolation, we started our education face-to-face. All is going well. I just got my first dose of COVID vaccine. After SSLC, I'll continue my education at Vancouver International College as SSLC program. I hope to see you guys in Canada. Take care of all.
If you're living in Canada during the pandemic, you are eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. This includes international students. Students at SSLC and VIC Career Campus may contact us either via email at info@studySSLC.com or by completing the form at studySSLC.com/contact if they have any questions.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to SSLC's webinar series. My name is Ilyas and I'm the Pathway Program Manager here at SSLC. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today, we are going to talk about our PMM program, our specialized program, PMM, Power Speaking and Modern Media. And right now, we are live on Crowdcast, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and on our website, studySSLC.com. Today, we have Greg, our PMM instructor and coordinator here in Vancouver. And we also have Heather, our academic and pathway manager in our Toronto campus. Hello to you both. Welcome to our webinar.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, pretty good so far.
All right. Thanks for joining me today. So we're going to talk about PMM, Power Speaking and Modern Media. And we're going to talk about what is PMM, what can you learn in PMM, why you need to take PMM, what are the learning outcomes of PMM, and what are the admission requirements of PMM. So we're going to talk about all these. But before, can we get to know more about Greg first? Greg, do you mind introducing yourself to our audience?
Sure. Hello, my name is Greg Ramos. I've been a teacher with SSLCs for the past 10 years, and I've been teaching ESL, since 2004. So years and years of experience. I've been running the PMM program for the past 2.5 years, and it's just getting better and better. Lots of discussions, lots of great things that we're doing in class.
All right. We all know Heather, but why don't you quickly introduce yourself again, Heather?
Sure, yeah. I am the academic and pathway manager for our Toronto campus. I am also an English teacher. I was teaching for a long time in Victoria previously, and then also in Russia and Turkey for almost 10 years, and started managing schools while I was in Turkey and moved to Toronto in 2019. So here we are.
Great. Okay, I think we have a presentation to show, but I can start with my question. What is PMM, first of all? What is Power Speaking and Modern Media? Maybe we can start with Heather and then Greg can elaborate on that.
Sure, yeah. So Power Speaking and Modern Media is a really great course that was designed in-house by SSLC. The most interesting thing about this program is that students can engage with real-world media. So that can be movies, music, magazine, news articles, everything from the world around them, which is really great if you're in Canada or you're planning to come to Canada. You can learn English by studying these real materials. And I think the main selling point for a lot of students is that this is a really communicative class. It's a confidence builder, so you get a lot of speaking and communication practice. And there's also a pronunciation element in the class as well, which is really helpful for a lot of our students.
And Greg, do you want to continue?
No, it's a lot of speaking from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. It's just discussions and discussions. A lot of the topics that we talk about, it's from current events and modern media. Since the uprise of social media, we get a lot of information and we discuss it in class. And at the end of the week with each module, every student has to research. And again, with social media, we teach our students how to do proper research, how to find the difference between real news and fake news, because that's a very big issue that a lot of us have to be very wary about. We do a lot of pronunciation because we're doing so much discussion. There's a lot of on-the-spot fixes, as well as just the things that we study in class. But I believe that our course is made for students, for professionals, people who want to be working in the workforce, because we do so many presentations, a lot of research, a lot of things that a lot of professionals have to be doing normally at their work.
Okay, so our students can improve their speaking and their presentation skills with PM.
Yeah, they're presenting twice a week, actually. One large presentation with all of their research PowerPoints every Friday, and once a week, every morning and every afternoon, one of our students has to lead a class discussion. Okay. In these discussions, their main job is to get everyone speaking, just like in a real meeting, trying to get everyone's ideas and also to basically quarterback or lead the discussion, make sure that everyone is included. And really pay attention. It's their time to really show their leadership, to lead a discussion.
Okay. So PMM is a 4 or 8 week program, and we have a weekly intake in PMM. So our students can either directly come to PMM or they can just move on from ESL. And you teach something different in every module every week. Yes. Can you please let us know about these modules very briefly?
Sure. Each week, say for example, we might go through news and journalism. So we look at current events in the world. Also, social media. We go a little bit through the history of all types of media and how one type of media went to the other one. We also talk about gender equality and discrimination. We study it, how it's changing in our world. So a few months ago, we started talking a lot about Black Lives Matter. How did it come to this point? And how will this change us? Future careers, because I always want my students to be job ready. They have to be able to see into the future, what type of job skills do they need? We also do some fun things like music and movies, but we always analyze. Why was this movie made at this time? Is this movie a response to something in society? We also talk about leadership. Who are some of the great leaders that we've had in history and the great leaders we have now, and how did they become great leaders? Because I believe in a lot of the countries, a lot of my students, they come from places that they need more leadership. So we study and analyze, what is leadership? How can we create it? Why is there a lack of leadership?
Okay. So it sounds like there are more components to speaking and presentation skills, and I think there's like critical thinking involved in there as well. And that was actually, I was going to ask this question: why should our students take PMM?
Good question. They should take PMM. First of all, it's not enough that you speak English. You have to be a confident speaker. Okay? That's why I ask all my students, you have to do 2 presentations each week. In 8 weeks, that's 16 presentations. That's the average worker does only 1 presentation per month. After doing my class, you'll be more than ready. You'll know how to make a presentation, how to do proper research. You also learn how to speak confidently in front of everyone and how to get everyone involved. It's not enough that you speak and you tell all the research. You have to get active speakers. You have to be asking questions, getting everyone to participate, asking questions with everyone, and trying to get everyone to participate. Yeah, all of my students, every manager, every professional, they have to be good at making presentations, communicating their ideas, doing proper research, and getting everyone involved.
I think not only for professionals, but also for some of our ESL students who are planning to go to university later, this program can really be the confidence boost that they need to switch from studying just ESL to engaging and thinking critically in English, and then interacting with the community, with the students, with the teacher and the material. So it really prepares them to adjust from a standard ESL course into something a little bit more. And I know a lot of our students have, in the first couple of weeks, entered the program feeling a little bit apprehensive, a little bit nervous about these presentations, but after the first few weeks, you can see like night and day difference in their confidence level and their comfort presenting or even just joining into an English discussion like in the street or on the campus anywhere. They change completely.
Great. There's a quick question here actually, and the question is from Renata asking, do you think this is good course for a student who is already fluent?
I think so, definitely. Yeah, if you haven't had to push yourself to speak about these types of topics or do the research to find that information that you will then need to rephrase and put into your own presentation, this is a really good skill to have. And just for, this time in the world, there's a lot to talk about. So socially, everybody's talking about these movements that are happening in the world right now. And from this class, you'll be able to contribute to that discussion as well.
Yeah, I agree. Even with students with a high level of language, there's a lot of native speakers who are not good at making presentations. They feel scared. A lot of my students, they actually excel at making presentations. They have a lot of confidence. And even for myself, I have to be doing a lot of research. I have to keep up to date with what's happening in the news, and my students have to do that as well. So we do use academic level vocabulary. It is more like a college course. It's a very high level college course, but that doesn't mean that lower levels cannot join. We do work as a team. It's important that everyone helps each other out. So we have a mix of higher level, a lot of medium level, and a few lower level students, and we all help each other. It's just like any company. Everyone has to help each other.
Okay, there are some really good questions coming in. I'll get to those, but why don't we talk about the admission requirements first with Heather?
Sure, yeah. So there's a lot of different ways that you can enter the PMM program. We have students coming from our ESL program into PMM. We also have students from outside who are primarily interested in the PMM program. We have other students who have finished our pathway program or IELTS program, and they want to get some additional skills before they go on to their professional life or their university studies. So this program really helps them out with that. So for our program, the admission requirements are listed on the slide here. We will accept any recognized English language assessment. So for TOEFL, a score from 45 to 46, TOEIC 550. This is equivalent to an IELTS 4.5. For students coming from our ESL programs, if you are in the skills-focused ESL stream, you need to finish level 3, which is an intermediate level program, or the skills combined level 6, which is also intermediate. After finishing those programs, you can directly join PMM, which a lot of our students do. If you have any other language exam that is recognized, you can send that to us, and one of our advisors will let you know about the acceptance for it. And we don't have any interview for the PMM program. You just need to present a level equivalency.
Or just pass our entrance exam.
Yes, we also have an entrance exam for this. It doesn't take too long and it's done online. So you can do that at any time as well.
And that's one of the biggest advantages of SSLC, studying at SSLC. If you're coming for, let's say, long term to learn English, you can start with ESL and build your way up to, PMM, IELTS, and then EPE, right? You get to kill, 2-3 birds with one stone. You can get certificates from ESL, from PMM, from IELTS. So, or if you want to join, and as a marketer as well, I get this a lot, especially from Turkish students. They say, okay, we've studied grammar, we understand, but we can't speak. And that's one of the biggest challenges when you learn a new language, right? You understand, you can read, you can write, perhaps, but speaking always a problem. And if that's the case, you can come to PMM and gain your confidence and improve your speaking and your presentation skills. Okay, there's an interesting question here from Gina, and the question is, can we promote this course for young people who dream about being an influencer, TikToker, YouTuber, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
What do you
great
think?
idea.
Definitely. That's one of the main things that we talk about and study a lot. Social media. We even study some TikTokers, other types of social media, how it became so strong. We talk about history, the economy of it, and why it's our media. The media is what shapes our thinking. Yeah, definitely. That's half the time we talk about how social media affects music, movies, health, gender equality, how it's spread. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because this is a program that we have developed, we're always updating the content and finding new sources or new profiles. As Greg said, you're studying some TikTokers. So as more and more is put out there, we will adapt some of that stuff into our curriculum as well.
Yeah, we're always doing presentations the same way that TikTokers and YouTubers, how they present information in an interesting way and in a way that is easy for everyone to understand. All of my students' presentations they're amazing. They give deep, detailed research in a very interesting way so that everyone can relate and understand it.
Great. Okay. Yeah, you can, Gina, basically promote it as well. So where are our students from in this program, and what are their backgrounds usually?
Wow, they're from a lot of places geographically. Usually from Japan, Korea. We've had some Turkish students, Brazilian students, Mexican students, Colombian students, Taiwanese students, Chinese students from many countries. And as far as their background goes, we've had a lot of teachers, nurses, which I think is always great because they always give us great insight into health, mental health, something that we always talk about in class. A lot of professionals, lawyers. I love it because they give us insight into other things that the other students don't know about. Even I myself don't know about it. So we always get great students from every country, every age level, and yeah, we just share our experiences and our information with each other every day in our discussions.
Yeah, a lot of different perspectives in the class, so it's very diverse, definitely.
And that's another advantage right there. There's a lot of critical thinking going on, and you get to see different perspectives from all around the world, basically.
Yes, definitely.
So let's talk about the delivery of PMM. Heather, can you talk about the delivery of this program right now?
Yeah, definitely. So at the moment, depending on where you're interested in studying with SSLC, we have campuses in Victoria, Vancouver, and Toronto. I'll talk first about Toronto. We are still in a pandemic time, so our Toronto campus is not yet open, but hopefully we will soon. So we will be running the PMM program online. That's going to start on June 28th. So it's a full-time program, Monday to Friday, 26.5 hours per week. This runs from 9 o'clock in the morning until 3:30. And then on Fridays, you get a little bit of an early break. You finish at 2:30, so you have some time to go out or to meet your friends or explore the city a little bit more. Or if you're not in Canada physically, you can take care of what you need to at home. Yeah. We have on-campus options as well in Vancouver. So Greg, you're teaching on campus there.
Yes.
We have some COVID protocols in the classroom, so very small class sizes, social distancing, and face masks as well. So the schedule is the same there, 9 to 3:30, and Fridays you finish a little bit early, 2:30.
Yes.
Great. So we have many options for our students, and as you just said, Greg has been teaching PMM for many years with us, and right now we've been teaching face-to-face since last July, right, Greg? You've been back since with ESL and other programs. You've been back on the campus face-to-face, I think, which is really important. But students can take it online as well in Toronto. So we have many different options. Although they get a break on Fridays, I always see them stay in a classroom with Greg. They keep the discussion. It's I think great to be in PMM class. And I've had students in the past, and you can see the improvement. And Greg just films them every week, right, for their presentations, and you can really see the improvement on the week 8.
So we have to do it on film because they have to see how they're growing, and I also use it so they could see any mistakes that they've made in terms of pronunciation, in terms of grammar while they're doing their presentations. Simultaneously, I'm marking them. We have to use media because this is how we work. We use a lot of. Everyone brings their laptop, but even people can access our class through even their smartphone. This is the way that work is evolving. I need to get my students ready for this type of work environment. So we use a lot of media, and even when we were online, in fact, I think at some parts it was actually an advantage for us because then we really need to be ready for how to use everything online, our discussions, presentations. I think my students and myself, I learned a lot when we went online, and I'm fully proud that all of my students would be able to handle this upcoming environment of work in this COVID time, pandemic time.
Yeah, the online class, the other aspect to it is there's a lot of emails that go back and forth between students and teachers and discussion boards and stuff, which is a whole nother element to this media topic that, it's important for students to be able to write and also understand those things for their work life or wherever they're going after. And as Greg said, also the opportunity to record yourself and watch yourself speaking, I think for everybody, no matter if you're speaking your native language or another language, it's a really great self-assessment and reflection tool. And you'll be able to pick up any errors that you make, whether they're small or big, and recognize them for yourself. So you can get a lot of your own feedback. And I know our Toronto teacher, and probably Greg as well, are constantly giving feedback to students in the class on pronunciation, intonation, vocabulary, grammar errors, all of these things. So this is what you need to really take your skills to the next level, is all this feedback, which is really a key part of the class.
Yeah, and even more so with the videos, they could actually see how they hold themselves. If they're speaking confidently, using hand gestures, body gestures, if they're engaging the class, they can see it. They
Yeah.
could even see the negative things if they look scared, unprepared, nervous, if they're fidgeting with their hands, they could see this. They have to see this so they can improve. And all my students who watch it, they always make improvements on it because they don't want to make the same mistakes on video.
Yeah, so body language is another element to PMM as well.
And Greg, you used to have field trips before
Yes.
COVID. You would go to, let's say, to CBC's studios and stuff like that. Can you talk about those quickly as well?
Oh, it's great because our campus is just about a 10-minute, like 8-minute walk away from the CBC studios. Before the pandemic, they're always accommodating. They show us everything. It totally connects with everything that we're learning in class. Yeah, they're on the same TV set that Ian Hannamansing and all the other news reporters are at. It's a great experience. It even motivates everyone who wants to pursue a career in journalism. They even talk about how they do proper journalism to make sure that they don't head into fake news. It's a really good field trip. And of course, we go to UBC, we learn about Canadian culture and First Nations people. And yeah, everything that's related to our program, we try to get the students out, see the real Canada.
Great. Okay. I know that you need to go back and teach. I won't take much of your time. I just have a few more questions and then we can wrap it up here.
Yes.
There's a question, will I receive a certificate after completing the course? How much does an English course cost? Yes, you will receive a certificate once you complete PMM. You will get a certificate from Power Speaking and Modern Media, just like you would from EL or from any other specialized program. For the program costs, you can contact us and Jem can type our website here and you can just contact us directly. And there's just one more question. How long will it take to improve my English?
That's a very difficult question to answer.
Yeah.
I think, as I said earlier, students, no matter what level you are when you enter the program, or if you're studying it for 4 weeks or 8 weeks, in that time you will notice a huge difference, especially in confidence level, which is really, I think, the most important part of learning a language. Is even if you're making mistakes, you're able to confidently share your ideas and get your point across. So no matter how long you take the program for, you will make really big strides, I think, in your English level.
Yeah, within a few months, of course, every day we're speaking all the time from 9 a.m. to 3:30 every day. A lot of my students, they also have some homework to do. So even after class, they have to do research. They have to be listening to videos, doing a lot of reading. That's going to be a few other hours. But also a lot of my students, they like to hang out. And of course, because they're from different countries, they all have to converse in English. So even on the weekends, my students, they might go to a cafe, go to a restaurant. But another thing that we do teach in PMM is confidence, but also independence. I need all my students to become independent researchers, independent thinkers. So even after they leave PMM, they still know how to research. They still keep in touch with all the great friends that they've met. A lot of them, they even shoot me an email or they come visit every now and then. I'm very confident that all my students, they're very confident and they want to continue speaking in English. That's the most important thing, independence, that they could do it by themselves, that they don't need a teacher, that we can make independent students.
Great. All right. You can see our website here studySSLC.com. You can reach out to us. You can even chat with us on our website. We have advisors and marketers that speak your language, so please do not hesitate to contact us, even in your own language, and one of us will get back to you with detailed information. Okay, then. Thank you so much, Greg and Heather, for joining
Thank you.
us today. I think it was a very informative webinar because we do get a lot of questions about PMM. They, sometimes they say, okay, power speaking, we get that part, but what's the modern media part and what's going on in the program? So I hope this answers their questions, and we can use this video, to answer all the questions. So thank you so much, and I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into our webinar today, and we'll see you next time. We have upcoming webinars in 2 weeks. We have webinars almost on a weekly basis. I think next one will be on June 15th with University of Canada West, UCW, with our new Pathway partner, and then following weeks we'll have more webinars, both for SSLC and VICCC programs and with our Pathway partners. So thank you, everyone, and have a good one. Take care.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.